know when I've said before, oh, look at this rare unicorn vacuum cleaner, and obviously I said that these were rare unicorn vacuum cleaners. Well, they are. They're not common to have. So the fact that I have 4 in my front room, which we need to go through today to see what actually works and what doesn't make them any less rare. It just makes this a little bit special. We have 4 Hotpoint Light'n'Easys. Let's see how many actually work. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you all today? Yes, 4 of the flipping things. Mr. Ritchie was so impressed with my job on the brown one, even though it basically snapped in half whilst I was reassembling it. He dug out all of his other ones for me to go through. And yeah, we have 3 green ones and a brown one, which we need to go through. They have all sort of there. I mean, one's missing a bumper. Also, let's not forget that we have the box of spares from the last vacuum. So, you know, equally, that sets us on. I mean, this box of spares is probably quite a rare thing to have, and I've just been cuddling up. This is why I'm doing this, is I want my space back. So, yes, Hotpoint vacuum cleaners. We have a British Domestic Appliances Limited 3220, a British Domestic Appliances Limit 3220. Ooh, that one is /8. This one is /6. Whatever the heck. Oh my goodness me. British Domestic Appliances, can't read it. It's literally rotted away. Bless its little heart. Oh. And finally we have, again, we're going to need benching out for this. There's nothing there at all. And as a bonus, it looks like it's been underwater. Let's bring a bit closer then, and we'll have a closer look at each one. And we'll start, I guess, with the brown one itself, which has a very modern looking grey cable on it. And for us plug enthusiasts, a Bic plug with a swab line emblem on it. Swab line electricity board. We've seen swab line vacuum cleaners, I think, on this channel. The bag is very good indeed. It's full of cobwebs. I dread to think what is now living in my house, but it's, you know, nice brown handle. That's very unique. The rest are plain aluminium, so that needs to be taken care of. The switch clicks, but if we open up the belt cover, there is no belt fitted. We also have, oh dear, another completely seized up motor. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I'm just going to go and get something to clean up all these cobwebs, because it's a little bit unnerving, and you know, I don't want them rattling around, so let's go and get something to sort those. There we go. Done. No. Because underneath, there we go, like I found my continuous focus option, so we do not need to worry about that anymore. Yeah, there is no ratings plate left at all. In fact, this is probably the remains of the adhesive that held it on. Oh my goodness. Well, the brush roll rotates very nicely indeed. So that is a bonus, I suppose. All 4 wheels do, but looks like it's been underwater, doesn't it? Should we pop the cover off and see what we can find? Popping the cover off is a case of just... Oh no, it's not a case of just undoing some screws. Right, one is undoing. Uh-oh, the other one is very rusty. Very rusty indeed. 2 secs, bit of a rethink needed. No, that very much isn't going to work. I'm already chewing up the plastic, which we should probably not do. Now the screws themselves I don't care about. I think I have a full set of screws anyway from the other machines. So hopefully that might do it. And then if we undo the other one, I want to leave as much on the end so we can get it with grips later if needed. In theory, oh no, not yet. Come on, you've got to be. Ah, there we go. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, that is fairly comprehensively. Oh my goodness me. Yeah. Boost mode. Yeah, that's been underwater quite significantly. And as an added bonus, the stub of that screw is now turning with the help of some pliers. So that means that that is at least savable if if we can get anything going really. I mean, the motor is completely seized up. That is a given. But it doesn't look terrible. I'm hoping it's going to come apart really. Why don't we go a step further and take the front end? Actually no, that's going to be difficult, isn't it? Let's not. I just want to see if we can get the motor turning. But obviously also don't want to completely damage the heck out of it. It's a delicate balancing act between extreme violence and some considerable care. But I'm sure we'll have a spare belt spindle. So if I can get these locked on, problem is stripping the front end off is quite involved. Oh, hello. Oh, we have movement. That moved just half. I mean, I doubt we're going to get it fired up, folks. We can't be too optimistic here, but at least spinning by hand would be great. I think we should do. The problem is though, it's all knackered inside, but hey, at least if it spins, the rest of it. Ah, there we get it. Oh. Still don't think we should fire it up. I don't think that would be very wise at all. So it doesn't spin by hand, but we have had. I mean, look, there's. Oh my. One problem this machine may have is going to be aluminium rot. That is what this is. This is all rotted out bits of metal and flake and all sorts of rubbish. That's going to be the killer for this machine, if anything. Because yeah, it has been underwater quite a long time. So I think we're going to put this machine actually almost to one side. What we should do for sheer morbid curiosity is look inside the bag, shouldn't we? Yeah. Oh, there we go. This is the fill tube. Oh my word, we have the remains of a paper bag with no writing in it. I'm just going to put that straight back in there because that is full of plaster dust. No, talcum powder. Oh, get this machine back together, clean up, and we'll put another one out of the pile. Don't worry, I'm not going to use the Dyson to clean up any of this. That's just for the cobwebs inside of these. Right, what should we pull out next? Let's pull out possibly the second dirtiest one. We may as well while we're on a filth roll. So this one Let's pull the cable out. It has what I think is a more original cable, a fluted, rubbery sort of flex. We have a very nice WG plug. Do like a nice WG and a bit of a plain top, but a very nice age-appropriate plug nonetheless. If we open the bag, we'll open the bag first this time because it's a little bit apart already, but that's fine. Is it? Oh no, actually, what is that? Ooh. I think we are missing a bag clasp from this one, so there we go, there's the first one. And there is no bag fitted, but inside is not completely disgraceful either. So far, so good. This has also been serviced, although we're never going to see the date, by Winter and Sons in Milton Street, Maidstone. I'm just trying to see if I can see it any better because it magnifies it a bit on my TV, but I cannot see a date on there at all. So we do not know whether this was serviced a year ago or probably more likely 20 or 30 years ago. Right, let's pop the belt cover off, and indeed we find no belt, but we have a very, very, very free spinning motor. Hallelujah. If we look underneath, we find no brush roll or base plate at all, so that is a thing. But equally we find zero rust or anything at all, so very interesting. Let's take this out. We may as well, because there's many people that are ever going to see inside one of these. Oh my goodness, and we can get rid of all of that too. Now this has the original foam spark arrestor plate, and as you can see it's just vanished really. All we have ourselves though, a decent motor sticker. This one's in very good condition. Let's get this cleaned. If I just get a wipe, I can wipe down this. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. We can see that we have an AEI motor. AEI BB1089 or 11. And a closer look at our ratings plate, which is in excellent condition. 290 watts. So, extraordinarily promising, I am sure you would agree, although that armature looks very worn. Oh dear, but yeah, you never know. I think we should go for a turn on with this one. See if we've at least got, because you know, the machine itself is in very good order. I mean, I've got to try and get the brown one working just because it's the brown one and the rarer one, but this could be either a good parts machine or indeed a machine that gets built up itself. Pull some power over here, turn it off, plug this in and that is pretty flipping good, actually. Wow, that is a grade A top class motor sat right there in a very good body. Just missing a brush roll. This cord is terribly twisted though. Excellent. So that's 1-1 basically. one didn't work. We can't. I'm not turning that brown one on. That will just lead to catastrophes. Right, let's do the last one with a furniture guard. We'll see if the furniture guard is going to be our saviour. This one has, oh my goodness, a very horrible cable. There is the remains of the cable grommet. As you can see where it enters the machine. Oh, I've got the camera set too low. It's all broken off, so we need to do something with that. We do have ourselves a, oh, I've never seen this starter plug before. think it's trying to be a vintage MK. Hang on, there's an inscription. It's made of Bakelite. I don't know. E. Wow, that's quite something. We'll clean that up and see if that looks okay. Nothing left in there. Let's see if the zip undoes. Oh, it does. Oh, and there's no bag at all, and it's full of dust. So we'll leave that well alone. God, this cable is comical. It's so thin as well, although that's fine in itself. This is only a low wattage machine after all. Let's pop this off, and oh dear, we're seized again. Okay. Ooh. And we have a massive crack as well that has previously been glued up. So this one is already, because I know that in this box of stuff we have ourselves a much better front cover. Okay, and yeah, oh, look at all of this terribleness under there. Where's the screwdriver? Not as rusty though. So who knows? Well, it's been off before, no? Because that's not been put back on properly. Ha! Clues! Are you just spinning? Oh dear, oh dear. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we are just spinning. Let's put some pressure on it, see if it helps it. That one. Oh my goodness. Two. Yeah, we've just taken. Whoa! Crikey. Muck trousers. Yeah, we've just taken the insert straight out of the aluminium there. Right, let's get this up. Oh, that's no good. Hang on. I think a bit of dust had got on my sensor there, sorry. There we go, that's better. Right, where were we? Yeah, I've started to self-insure this now, so, you know, I'm using it for stuff like this. Let's go. You're no good with bits of fluff. Oh wow. Well, the spider, it wasn't. Well, once we get rid of this big bit of carpet, we can see ourselves a suppressor. So we probably won't turn this on anyway. We can see another very smooth armature, but I think that's how they go. Oh, and the front wheel is quite seized. Right, should we try a bit of tappy and... Oh, that does not freed it, but equally it took these last time, didn't it? Here we have movement. See, after doing the first one, I want to get them moving first, because it's a lot easier when they're together. Let's give it a couple of turns. We can even shave a bit of the plastic off this, because it still won't turn on. It's still not going to spin by hand. So, it tries to actually, but again, no point at all in, you know, burning out what could be an okay armature, trying to turn it to get it to spin. Right, well, oh, this one's falling out anyway. So I suppose we should screw these back in, because I'll go back in for now. Oh, bother. It's probably happened years ago, and that's why that's doing that. And you know what? We're going to put it back together in exactly the same way, just to hold it in place enough. I don't care. Done. So right there, 2-1 for will it or won't it work? I'm afraid you are going. In fact, I'm not even quite sure I'd want to plug this in anyway. I just got a feeling. This screw's very loose. Ooh! That's some old school cable. I mean, I suppose it's wired up okay. But, yeah, I don't like this plug. I don't know why. It just feels really cheap, and the problem is because it is quite an old plug. The fact it's really cheap probably means it's not very safe. At least nowadays, cheap, it's still passed enough tests that you'd have to be really stupid to have any issues. But this is from the era where household safety was not what it is now. Right, let's see if we can get the fourth one going. Fourth and final machine to look through is this one, which is the only one to have a blue handle, as I think they should, because the scrapper one that we did for the last brown one had the same. We also have very thick, nice fluted rubber cable with a very smashed about modern generic-y looking, come on, plug on it. Very used. Nah, whatever. Nothing else in there. We don't have a bag fitted. Oh dear. And we have a broken zip. I'm not very good at fixing zips. It's a shame actually, because that's quite good. But equally I know that Mr. Ritchie knows of places who could sew new zips on things. So I guess it's not too bad. This cable's wrapped around the bag holder as well. Wicked. So that's cool. Let's pull the cover off and oh wow. Ew, we have lots of cobwebs. Oh. But we have a turning motor. Let's spin it upside down. And in fact one of the things that we haven't done yet is take a base plate off, have we? So we best do that. There we go. That is a base plate. This even has a belt. Oh, and it's not seized up. What do we reckon? I reckon we should take the cover off because we're already missing one screw, which is always a good sign, isn't it? When you're missing a screw, and I want to check that there's nothing alive under here. Oh goodness, come on, out. There's a lot of cobwebs. And I don't like cobwebs. I don't like these metal inserts either. I've got to put some strain so it either twists out the insert, which is fine, I don't really care. I can look to separate them. It's coming. I'm going to run out of lead on this little tiny screwdriver in a second. And we have ourselves, well, it looks cleaner, but oh look, there's a lovely nest of dead earwigs sat right there. And we have ourselves another RF suppressor. But yeah, this motor spins very nicely indeed by hand. So, wow. There's nothing that seems to be living in here. We could put the remains of the belt on and see if it survives enough to maybe turn on. There's not a bag in here, but quite frankly, I don't care because it's going to be cleaned out anyway. So I shall clear a bit of space, put this back together, and we shall turn it on. Everything is back together, and we shall apply it some power and see if the suppressor goes. The belt isn't working though. I don't know if that's because it's just snapped or popped off, or maybe I had it. Oh, it's just popped off. We might be able to get it to work, folks. I thought I'd done that properly. Let's try it this way. Is that right? No, wrong way. Ah. Oh, it's backwards, I think, to a normal Hoover. I've just done a U1104, and I think that's where I stuck it on by memory. I don't want to snap this belt either. Right, that looks more like the photo. In fact, actually, we can leave that off. Ready? Yeah. Actually, we are going to need something on this, aren't we? Because the bag doesn't work. I can't even zip it up. Hang on. We use one of these horrible cheap pattern Miele bags that Mr. James gave us, which you won't see the writing on because of my lines. What I also noticed actually was this is all snap, but this spring isn't actually legitimate. Not that anybody cares at all. Now, if we rip this off, it don't need to be fancy. I just don't want to fill my front room with plaster dust. Really. Oh. Hang on, I've lost the other hole. Oh, these are quite layered. That'll do. No one cares. You get on there. Is that going to be big enough? Yes. No, it's not going to be big enough. From these multi-packs of cable ties, eventually you use up all of the ones that are the good size and are left with all the rubbish. That'll do. You're only on there for 10 minutes before we strip everything down. So it does not matter. Like I say, I just don't want it to kick all of this stuff. And ironically, this is better than it would have had anyway. There we go, that'll do. Look, we can leave it poking out like a colostomy bag. Oh, hang on. Fab, right, let's go again. Let's do some tidying up. It's always nice when we get at least something that can clean up the mess that we've made. Oh yeah, we turned it off. Oh, there we go, look. Right. The bike keeps falling off. Is it me, or did that just start running a little bit faster? This is ever so annoying. ever so annoying. Yeah, so we're going to stick a cable tie around it just to stop it from falling off. In order to snap the bottom of the bag, we can bodge this up later on. This seems to be working quite well. Oh. Felix doesn't think much of it, do you, Bubby? Sorry, Poppet. Come and have a treat. Where's your treats? Let's give you a treat. So, with all of our hot points gone through and known that, well, we're on 2-2 now, aren't we, Felix? Yeah. You going? Look, you can say hello, look. Yeah, he's gone. He doesn't like the lights, which is a bit weird since he's from a hot country. Yeah. 2-2. But I think one is going to be a spares machine, because I just do not know what's going to happen with the motors in the two that don't run. You see, I had no end of difficulty with the other one, with its warm motor, in that they do just wear out physically. They just wear. Until no end of hitting it with a hammer will fix it. So hopefully we're not at that stage. In terms of what you will see after, well, I don't know, is the complete honest answer. Again, it all depends on what lives. I mean, Mr. Richie did talk about what he wanted to keep and what he didn't, but I'll be honest, it's all going to come apart at once, and it's all going to go back together again, I think. I don't know, because I've got to be careful of little point changes here and there. So, who knows, maybe I'll actually start with one that works very well indeed and get it done, to put my brain back into how the heck these things work, and then maybe we can start on the more tricky ones afterwards. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like how I'll probably do it, because I can also use all the spares in the box on this one, and we can have ourselves a benchmark, because again, it was the only one with its little colostomy bag fitted that could clean up the mess that these all made. So stay tuned. I don't quite know what you'll see next. I might do a little video of how these things come apart. I might not. We might just have to wait until the after video. Another one? Yes, until the next time, and whichever one we see and use next, I and the Hot Points will see you soon. Bye bye. There you go.